So guys, welcome to a new series. I'm going to be heading back onto Football Manager for this one. We will still have our F1 Manager series going alongside, and hopefully I can do both for you. This though, we are exploring the 98-99 database created by the Mad Scientist FM. Big shout out to him. He has spent so many hours creating this and perfecting it with the help from others for graphic packs. I know he streams it over on his own Twitch channel, so obviously I'll link all his details down below because honestly, it has been amazing to see what he's done. There's so many leagues you can cover. I think it's about 8 or 9 that they've covered in this one. But I'll show you in just a moment which team we've gone for. See if you can guess it from the intro we're about to run. Wasn't a difficult one to guess. We have chosen a Blackburn Rovers for our series. So the reason we've picked Blackburn Rovers is because in the Premier League, this was the season they got relegated after winning in the 94-95 season, with Kevin Gallagher and Ashley Ward only getting 5 goals each as top goal scorer. So we're kind of hoping to obviously not let them get relegated and build a continually successful team in the Premier League. As part of this, what I've done is a bit cheekily, I have disabled the first transfer window, so we are going to have to do at least the first half of the season as the team was set, and obviously that'll be across the board for all teams. They'll all be the same as we are, just so we can get a good fun idea of it being 98-99, and then come January we can look to maybe implement a bit more of our own spark to it with some transfers, hopefully, if we get a good budget. I may be able to kind of guess what tactic I'm using from the screen, but I just thought I'd go over some of the players first on the squad before we go through the tactics. So I just quickly I filtered it by what our scouts and our coaches see as the best players within the team, and it's pretty easy to see who's there. Gillespie, Sutton, McAteer, players that Blackburn Rovers fans will recognise. I will admit, obviously, I don't know very much about Blackburn Rovers. I just thought it'd be a fun save to get into and learn about the team. Maybe if anyone is watching this, a Blackburn Rovers fan, comment down below some kind of good facts about the team that I should maybe learn a bit about. But yeah, this is going to be a good one, and hopefully I'll show you a few more bits of this database before we get into the first match of the season. So I thought I would show the tactic. This isn't the first one we're starting with. This was just for friendlies. But yeah, we've gone for the classic 4-4-2. Now, some people may not agree with me going with this, but I kind of wanted to go along with that 98-99 vibe. 4-4-2 was a very common formation back then. I want to see if we can make that work for this team. It definitely suited a lot of the players we have with the wingers that we've got. So yeah, I'd like to see this. I like playing with a 2-striker formation, so hopefully it gets that goal scoring opportunities up. With our instructions, you can see we've not put much in there. I don't think you need to necessarily for a 4-4-2 formation like this. Obviously, I could be very wrong, and we could see our formation change way early in the season. I've made a complete tit of it, but we'll see how we get on to start with. From a friendly point of view, you can see we played some pretty easy teams to begin with, but we had Besiktas and Galatasaray. We beat them all, so it's a good sign so far. Whether that's actually reflective of what we've got going, especially when you can see any eagle-eyed viewers that Tottenham is our first game, then it's Chelsea. Yeah, it could be a fairly tricky one, although obviously, it's 98-99 database though, so these teams obviously aren't quite the same as what they were. And Man United coming up though pretty soon on, and anyone that doesn't know the 98-99 season, they won a very famous treble that season. So hopefully we don't get absolutely destroyed by them at some point. Not one that everyone cares about, but I thought I'd just quickly show you the staffing situation. So with this, we actually started with very little staff. So I've hired a lot of these in. Obviously, you can see our scouting is now at its best, so that's a good sign for transfer windows coming up. Filling out a bit more. We've still got recruitment analysis to hire. But yeah, it's got to remember to always look at your staff. It's not a thing that updates very often in Football Manager, but it's one you can easily kind of get to the top of quickly if you do it right. And you can see from our coaching averages, we're pretty high up so far, so it's a good sign for the rest of the season as well. It does help with training. May not make the biggest of differences, but it's something I like to look at. So just to give an idea for you guys that do like this retro database, here are all the teams, their original crests, and yeah, maybe a bit of nostalgia for a lot of you, even for the likes of, for the fact Wimbledon FC is there. Obviously, that is split in, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, AFC Wimbledon and MK Dons now. Yeah, it's quite a weird one seeing them there. Just thought I'd show you guys as well the competitions we're in. So obviously the Premier League is our main one. We have the UEFA Cup, the FA Cup, and the Coca-Cola Cup. So a few there that we hope to do well in. The Premier League is going to be my focus. As I said, the 1999 season is one that Blackburn came 19th in real life. We're going to avoid that, so that's going to have to be my focus in reality. The FA Cup and the Cola will probably take second burner for the first season while we judge it, and the UEFA Cup obviously want to at least do decent in the group stages and see how we get on. With regards when we do get transfers, I'm not looking to necessarily just do purely realistic transfers. This will just be a bit of fun, so we'll see who pops up on our scouting recommendations and go from there. And you see, here is the first weekend of the Premier League season. We are with Tottenham at home, obviously inviting them to Ewood Park. Let's get into it, see what we can go with. This, I think, is going to be my first 11 for this game. You see, even this isn't great. I did forget to rotate a little bit. That's my bad. I was trying to get through to the first game pretty quickly. And yeah, let's see where we go from here. So here are the lineups then. 4-4-2 on both sides, and some very recognisable names in the Spurs side. You got Ferdinand, you got Campbell, Sherwood, Ginola. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult game, but let's see how we get on. In the first 15 minutes, we had no highlights, and this is the first one to come up. I'm just going to quickly slow that tempo down a little bit as Sutton finds McKinley. McKinley on the edge of the box, tries to pass to Gallagher, and he's not found him. Ginola and Ferdinand working their way through. Scales, he's going to cross in, isn't he? He puts it to the back post. Save on... Sherwood nearly getting the goal there. We go straight into another highlight. We changed our passing to shorter. Ginola to swing in the corner. He doesn't find anyone. Flowers recovers it, and hopefully that's the end of that first highlight. Still 0-0. There's not been many shots so far. Obviously, two formations that are very similar. And actually, this highlight hasn't finished. Maybe it did reset with that corner. Gillespie to Sutton. Who can Sutton find us? McKinley in the middle. He passes it out to Willicks, who recovers it, and into the middle, and Gallagher scores. It is 1-0 to Blackburn. We missed there. It was almost, you could say on purpose, but I think that was just a mishit pass from Sutton, I think it was, wasn't it? No, sorry, it was McKinley. McKinley passes it through, he tries to find Gallagher, but he's overhit it. Willicks recovers it, and Gallagher, easy as you like, from a couple of yards out there, and it is 1-0 to Blackburn. We're going to do the dreaded thing. We're going to shout some things at the players. It seems to change things all the time when you do this. But Davidson with the throw-in finds Willicks. What's he going to do? Is Willicks going to go for another swing and a miss? Don't know why I described it as a swing and a miss. He didn't miss last time. He found Gallagher. That was me trying to come up with a phrase there, and that phrase, it did not work. He missed, though, so he did swing and a miss, but it wasn't again. Ginola with the free kick, he swings it in, it's found, and Willicks clears it. Did that hit the post or the crossbar there? I thought it had gone out originally. What a hit that was. So far on the stats coming up to halftime, we are doing the better of the two sides. Only just, it's not great. We'll have a quick look at the tie, see if there's anything we can refine. But halftime, we are 1-0 up. So we decided we're going to go for hit early crosses just to see if we can generate a few more shots there. We have two strikers. We have some decent wingers. We should be able to get something in the middle, surely. Here we go. We are back in it with a highlight. Davidson swings it into the box, but nobody gets to the end of that. McKinley passing out to defence, and Ferdinand's picked up. It was a weak pass, and this could be Spurs on the counter, but not for a fine tackle from Wilcox. I can't say his name properly. Yeah, Wilcox. That's it. Gallagher just misses there. You gotta forgive me, guys. I thought I knew these players' names, and now I'm saying it in a recording. I feel like I'm stuttering over them and getting them wrong. It's Wilcox. We made a couple more adjustments. The early cross wasn't working, but we are going to focus down the wings now. Matt Jansen's on for Chris Sutton as well. Hopefully create something else. Obviously, it's meant to be a difficult game, and we're doing decent, I would say, so far. Fortunately, not been many highlights, but obviously we have the Chelsea game coming up as well, which again could be a fairly tricky one. So we're making a few more changes, but the highlight has started. It is to Spurs as Les Ferdinand with the ball, bringing it forward. Sinton crosses it in and nearly finds Ginola Davidson with a great clearance. But Spurs are not giving up yet, and oh, Ginola's through. He's got past the defence. Flowers, though, with a great save, not being beaten at his near post. Provides them, though, with the opportunity to get a first goal. They're not going to want to lose with only 4 minutes left on the clock. Peacock with a great clearance. Anderton, though, he's probably going to go for the shot. No. Campbell, Sol Campbell on the edge of the box. We are being hounded in these final few minutes. What can we do, though, to keep Spurs at bay? Flowers recovers it nicely, so I think we should be good. Hopefully nothing else. As much as I want more than one goal, I'd happily take a win in our first game. 92nd minute, 4 minutes added, and it is going to be over, hopefully. Yes, there we go. Full time it is at Ewick Park, and there we go. 1-0 against Spurs. So there's our first table, as you can see, in 8th place, as it's only 1 goal difference there. You can see a lot of teams getting a lot more. It's quite some results. And today, Arsenal beat Liverpool 4-0. Man United obviously winning 4-1. That's not going to change. They are probably going to win this season. Leeds with a 5-1 victory. Coventry with a 4-0 victory. Some really good results. Just our one, unfortunately, was a little bit quiet. So we're going to move swiftly on to the Chelsea game. Not going to rotate the squad at all. I didn't see any performances I thought were particularly bad, but I am going to change Sutton into a pressing forward rather than a deep line forward. We have got ourselves set to press a little bit, so yeah, just to assist with that. We are also putting a bit more focus down the wing, so we're distributing to fullbacks and we are just focusing down the left and right. So this time we are away, and you can see some of the names in the Chelsea squad. Zola, Poye, and yeah, it's a team that's slightly scary. Not quite the team they become later on in the future, but still a team not to be messed with. And hopefully, you know, going off the Spurs result, may not be the sexiest of football, but we can get something decent from Chelsea. So it's Chelsea with the first highlight in our half, and they are passing it around very nicely to Zaley. But it's tackled by Flitcroft that brings us into the attack. It's still a bit quick, actually. It's not the... Yeah, no, it's the highest speed, I mean. Apologies, guys. Let's go back into Flitcroft and Hernandez playing it around the back there. Sorry, Henshaw's not Hernandez. I am getting my teams mixed up. It's all about Gallagher in the box. I thought he'd ship that over to Goy, but it was not to be. You could tell I didn't grow up with this era. I was actually born in 98. So, there are some players I don't know at all, let's say. Chelsea, though, on the attack. Zola putting a great pass through there. And he's going to be one we don't want to allow through, as Lasso gets through easily from our defence. Gastegri, oh, nearly with a fine header from the penalty spot there. But it goes wide, luckily. I'm going to go back to trying the Hurley crosses. We want to create some more chances we've not quite seen in this game so far. I have pushed the team onto attack and to see if we can generate something before the end of the first half. Could be a big mistake. But Perez, though, gets a good tackle with Gillespie helping him out. Flitcroft, what can he do? He just finds Henshaws, not Hernandez. McKinley finds Sutton, who's through. And it's a goal for Blackburn away at Chelsea. What a finish. Just pushes right through the centre of the defence and splits the defenders. What a great move that was. So Flitcroft to Henshaws. He finds McKinley in the middle, and McKinley just saw that Sutton was about to go for that run, and Chelsea could not deal with that properly. It is 1-0 to Blackburn. A good first half from us there, not much shots there, but Chelsea haven't registered a single one on target yet, so we can definitely take that from a defensive point of view. We're just going to tell them, you know, doing really good. Nearly said the Furies. Defending well, midfielders. They have the ability to make a difference. Attackers are very happy with their final effort. And look at that. Everyone's extremely happy. Let's hope I create something in the second half for them. So Perez with the throw-in. Gillespie, what's he going to do? Is he going to find a cross into the box? I think he is. It's Wilcox. Can't quite reach it. Doesn't beat the Chelsea defender to the header. And Davison just stands there. allows Poirier to tackle him, and now Chelsea are going to be on the counter-attack. What can we do to stop them? Daly with the... I thought that was the finest... No. Come on. Surely, guys, you can see that was a good tackle. So now we're down to 10 men, and we're going to have to mess about with this tactic a bit. I'll come back to you in just a moment. So going for something pretty drastic here. I'm going to change the wingers to inside forwards, and we're going to have Sutton as a target forward so that he can bring them into the play and produce some attack and hopefully chances. But yeah, this is going to be a tricky one. We're going to take the attacking off as well. We're going to go positive. I'm not going to completely change it. Let's see if this makes or breaks us, really. So, our first highlight after this red card, and it is us with the ball. So, I'm going to take that as a positive sign. Davidson to Peacock. Peacock we brought on, who gives it away to Zola, and that was nearly a chance given away straight away. Di Matteo, though, brings forward the attack, and Perez with a great interception. Gillespie now needs to find Sutton, but gets Flickcroft in the middle instead. And McKinley, what can he produce? He found Gillespie on the overlap behind the defence. We don't get a goal there, but that was a great opportunity. And my word, we're still producing some good chances here. This time it's Chelsea making their way forward. Kazaragi, that's probably a butchering of his pronunciation, missed the interception, but Zola is tackled in the bucket. Beautiful tackle, not sure who that was. Number 3, I think that was Davidson. He's been brilliant this game. And there we go, though. Kazaragi gets the goal from a corner. A good header there. Can't really say that's down to 10 men. That is just a poor defence from set pieces there. And, yeah, you had 2 men on him there, and we've just not defended well. Hopefully, though, guess we've still got half an hour to go. And here we go straight into another highlight. Flickcroft and Henschels are passing it between them. Can't Peacock finds anyone? McKinley. We're passing it really well back and forth. We're just looking for that break, that opportunity of someone running forward. Sutton, the target man. Awful pass there, but we've still got the ball, luckily. Managed to recover it. What can McKinley do? Gillespie, he's still out very wide for an inside forward. I was hoping they would bunch in. We've got them playing more narrow, but he's staying out wide there. Sutton did just header it onto the goalkeeper and didn't create anything from the kickoff there of the keeper. He's found Zola. He's on the edge of the box, doesn't find anyone properly, and oh my god, it's a messy play. That was bounced around like a pinball machine. And luckily, we are still in this. Gonna lower the tempo a little bit. I think we need to bring down that play. Although it's another corner for Chelsea. We conceded last time. Flowers, though, recovers that well. We can hopefully play out from the back, distribute it wide. And then, sorry, not distribute it wide. Play in the middle. That's what we've got set to now. Just try and take that focus out of a wing play style. Perez bringing it forward well. Sutton finds Wilcox. And hopefully, Sutton can get back into the box, ready for a cross. But no, Flickcroft goes for the goal from outside the box, and it's just over the crossbar. None of you guys can tell, I'm definitely a lot more suited to racetrack commentary when I'm watching gameplay, but I absolutely love Football Manager, and I'm hoping that we can get something going here. And over time, I will progressively get better at commentating on the play. So we just made a couple changes, McAteer and Blake coming on. Hopefully we can get something out of this still. I'm not going to hesitate to try and get a goal. We're still playing that way. But Chelsea have had a lot more chances since they're setting off, which is to be expected. But here we go. We are in their half of the pitch. Wilcox to McKinley. He's going to swing in, surely. No, he gets tackled. Is it not pen? No. Oh, that... Oh, I think he gave us a red card. I think the equivalent, that would be a penalty. Guys, that's poor show from the ref here. Davidson, though, oh my god, McKinley has found Sutton, and he's found Blake. It's a goal. Was it offside, though? I think it might be. Obviously, there is VAR. This is just a database for the players. But, oh, controversial, is it? It's an awarded. It is 2-1 to Blackburn. Let's just watch that again. I kind of was a bit... I thought it was offside, to be honest. I didn't really think much of it. But beautiful ball. Sutton finds Blake after that as well. And that pass from McKinley to create that into the box was absolutely beautiful. We see from other games, 2 red cards for Leeds United. And still 0-0. Man United have had Gary Neville sent off. So it's quite an interesting couple of games going on around us. But here is a 2-1, and we may finish that way. It's nearly over. Can we get it? And it's done. What a win. With a red card, 10 men, we have got a 2-1 victory against Chelsea. We need to praise the lads for that. That was, what a performance. Yeah. Oh, they're all happy. We're happy. Bit worried though, our defence a little bit lacking. But it was still some good recovery play there. So confirmation there, that puts us in 4th for the moment. We've not had the most of opportunities there, but we are scoring the chances we do get, which is really good. Sheffield Wednesday on 10 goals for. Who have they played against? They scored 6 against Nottingham Forest and 4 against Leicester. That is absolutely insane. Now, I've not really planned out what games I would come back for, although I imagine we would want to see us play Man United. So maybe we will go for Man U and Newcastle. I thought about the Arsenal one, but yeah, we'll go Man United and Newcastle. Give a few games off camera there. It means we get 3 games off camera, and then we can progress a little bit into the season. And then obviously I'll come back to you guys with more kind of further games that we'll get into each episode. So we kind of see it's probably going to be about 3 or 4 episodes a season is what I'd hope. Thank you so much, guys, for watching today. I hope you're going to enjoy this new series. If you do, make sure to leave a like so I know what you guys are thinking of it. And also, as I said before, any Blackburn Rovers fans want to give me some good facts about the team, make sure to comment down below. Be happy to learn as much as I can. And until the next episode, guys, take care.